NBC News firing Today co-host Matt Lauer after receiving what it calls a detailed complaint about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. Joining me now, Ben Kissel, national radio host, and David Hoppe, former chief of staff to House Speaker Paul Ryan. David, I'll start with you first. This is new for everybody this morning. Literally started breaking at 7 o'clock this morning. News of Matt Lauer's firing.
It's a good thing that NBC fired him and acted quickly. There appears to be information that made it very clear that he had done not only this act but some others. But actually, 20 years ago, we had a societal discussion about this, and for political reasons, it was swept under the rug. Under almost anybody's definition, Bill Clinton was a sexual predator. But for political reasons, that societal discussion got swept under the rug 20 years ago. And in some ways, we're reaping what we sowed back at that time. Now, no individual should be excused for anything they do in this way. This is wrong, and people should be fired if they're, and one has to make sure that this should be wherever they are, the public, the private sector, in the public sector especially. But once again, this is a societal issue which we actually threw away the discussion 20 years ago, and I think now we're paying for it.
Interesting, Ben, and you wonder how, a few years out, how this moment will look. Was it the beginning? Yeah. Was it the middle? Was it the end?
Right. I think what we're going through right now is a series of growing pains as we mature as a society when it comes to what is appropriate behavior in the workplace. I think this purge that is occurring right now in society will have a good outcome at the end. This is something that is obviously needed. Evidently, as we've seen the allegations come, it seems to be every day, whether it be the president himself and President Donald Trump, whether it be John Conyers out of Michigan, the representative, the Democrat. This is something that we're going through as a society, and again, these growing pains are what happens as a society matures.
And David, while it appears that NBC may have moved swiftly with firing Matt Lauer upon learning and seeing evidence, as the statement put out by Andy Lack, the chairman of NBC, detailed, we're learning a bit more, but it is coming out slowly from the reporter who originally reported the firing. He is now saying, in a statement provided to the New York Times, the client for the woman who came forward, he said, my client and I met with representatives from NBC's human resources and legal departments at 6 p.m. on Monday night for an interview that lasted several hours. Our impression at this point is that NBC acted quickly, as all companies should, when confronted with credible allegations of sexual misconduct in the workplace. And that is new. We are just getting that.
Yes. Once again, the reaction of NBC seems to be a quick reaction and a good reaction given the evidence they had and the overwhelming evidence apparently that they had from other issues beyond this individual one that they talked about with the lawyer and his client on Monday night. But for a long time in our society, women were not in the public part of society. They were not in leadership positions, which was wrong. And now they are. But once again, society has to look at what's going on here. Men cannot be excused for this. It's wrong, and that societal discussion has to go on and move forward. We covered it up. We put it down politically 20 years ago. We can't do that now.
Ben, in Andy Lack's statement, he did indicate when he announced his firing that this may not be an isolated incident. So we have yet to learn the full details of this.
Yeah, and I point this out on my radio show on a regular basis. If you want an example of what systemic sexism looks like in government or in a corporate setting, look at the careers between Monica Lewinsky and Huma Abedin. They were both interns at the same time. Monica went to work for Bill Clinton. Huma went to work for Hillary. It's very possible that Huma could be in the White House right now. And of course, we saw what happened with Monica. So this is a very serious issue, and as a society, we will handle it, and hopefully we improve.
We'll keep learning more, I'm sure. Ben and David, thank you.